Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we made it another month. May is complete, and for a reward you have earned this lovely video. Aren't you lucky? Also, side note time, I've introduced a new award system to present my favourite film of each month, so stick around for that, folks. Here is the trophy that I made earlier. Isn't this exciting? Shall we begin? Right, this month was super Batman heavy. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that, but it's just the way things turned out, so I'm just going to list them all here and get them out of the way now. Year 1, Under the Red Hood, Gotham Knight, Mystery of the Batwoman, The Killing Joke, Hush, Mask of the Phantasm. Under the Red Hood is the best one, Mystery of the Batwoman is the worst one. The rest are all pretty much as you expect. They're all fairly entertaining, especially for mostly 90 minutes, just easy to put on and watch. I did watch some other films non-Batman related though, so let's get onto those now. I'm not actually an 8-year-old, even though I'm watching fucking animated Batman and now Transformers. I thought it would be entertaining, even if it was shit in the end. However, I must admit I fell asleep through most of it and now I don't remember much. This can be a bit of an occupational hazard, but whenever you cross the event horizon, this is the type of shit you've got to be dealing with. God, Shia LaBeouf had the fucking cuntiest face when he was young, didn't he? Super annoying. Though I do feel the same way about Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg to an extent, but he does get away with it because he can actually act. Anyway, that's not really relevant, my bad. Brawl in Cell Block 99 is not the best prison film or the best martial arts film. It's a slow burn to get where it's going, but it is a decent watch. It sticks the tone, and it's solid technically too. Great soundtrack. Starts off as a fairly egregious football hooligan film. You'll be familiar with the hallmarks if you've seen things like Green Street or The Football Factory. It does become slightly more interesting due to its true crime links and gangster elements, although this is slightly jarring thematic mix and it can't always decide how much effort to put into committing to one of these. It does what it says on the tin, it's bang average really, but it does have enough violence, cocaine and fake tits to see me through, though I hear there's also like 1,000 sequels, so we'll see where that goes. It's difficult to argue with the cultural significance of The Matrix. Leather, sunglasses and slow motion have never been the same. Perfect mindless Sunday entertainment. Atomic Blonde has an unbelievable soundtrack. Charlize Theron is disgustingly good looking. It's a fun action film and there's also James McAvoy. Modern day King Vamp, let's go son. On a real, this is pretty messy, there's weird genre mixes once again and it's super anticlimactic. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee always go hard though. Mick Jagger is such a stud bro. The rest of the film didn't really interest me though. Vertigo has some beautiful colours. It may be my favourite colour palette of all time. VistaVision apparently is just a massive cheat code. I really struggled to get into this one, sort of interested in the narrative. I'm kind of thinking Alfred Hitchcock is a little bit overrated, to be honest. For a back-to-back Hitchcock, this is not the one to be coming out with. This is not a good film. Didn't really click with me at all. Is Hitchcock a bold fraud? This gets better as it goes on. The last Green Goblin fight was hella tough. Although I do think MJ is super mid, I do not know why Peter's doing all this work. Also, I think it had Nickelback on the end credits, that's cold. I loved this, give me a sequel immediately. It's just fun shit innit? Of course I want to see fairy tale characters blow someone's head off with a shotgun. Who wouldn't? It is predictable as fuck, but it's brilliant. I've literally tried to watch Mad Max Fury Road probably nearly 10 times and I could never get into it, so I had serious reservations about how I'd feel about Furiosa, and let me tell you now lads, I was shocked. This is a fucking great film. It has some of the best action I've ever seen. Maybe it is getting a little bit of that recency bias. We do know that can slip in a little bit. We'll have to run it back later in the year and see how we feel. However, I definitely will say now that I am loving it. Hemsworth was great. Anya Taylor-Joy was great. I'm starting to fall in love with her as well, which is weird. I always hated on her. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers thing. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think Furiosa is going to be in discussion for one of my favourites of the year. I want to go back and watch the other ones now and definitely retry Fury Road. Excellent. Thought I might find this a bit cringe on rewatch, but luckily it was not the case. Birds of Prey remains colourful, slick and energetic. This is actually a fun DC entry and I think it's massively overlooked. Ewan McGregor is also doing his best Gary Oldman impression for some reason, and I mean it's Margot Robbie, come on. The Purge is a dead-ass franchise bro. The original idea I thought was good when I was 12, but they've just been milking it ever since. Horrible genre mixes again, unclear direction. There's vague points on underprivileged communities, desperation and government exploitation. But there's these really weird gimmicks like the coloured contacts. I did not like those. There's loads of cringy dialogue. It's super fucking boring. I just wanted to scream at the TV. I do not care about these characters, bro. In fact, I wanted to see them get clipped so the film could finish as soon as possible. Fuck this film. We're clicking up on them. And that wraps up all the entries for May. It was a pretty good month, I would say, folks. I hope you agree. Right, now it's award time. The first inaugural Film of the Month award. And this one goes to, drumroll please, Furiosa. I mean, it was the fairly obvious pick this month, but it was really well deserved. Go watch it ASAP, folks. Right, on to June. Have a good month, everyone. At Summer City, we are fucking up. Don't make me tell them again. I'll see you all later.